Yeah, how good is that? Elle King performing in KBCO's legendary Studio C, one of just 32 artists featured on this year's Studio C 30th anniversary album. KBCO's very own Brett Saunders joining me now. We were just chatting about your tenure at this great radio station.
Yes.
Just 20 years for you.
Only 20 years. I'm one of the junior members on the staff. It's just a place that's so irresistible. People love to be there, and nobody ever wants to leave.
Well, we certainly love listening and can't turn it off, especially when it comes to Studio C.
Right here.
Great stuff. So we've got one CD, the best of the past year, and then you came up with the idea, why not a greatest hits to celebrate 30 years?
Right.
Brilliant.
Thank you, Jim. It wasn't my idea, but it is a pretty brilliant idea. So the CD is a 2-CD set this year. It's going to be available on the 1st of December at select Whole Foods Market locations. And again, it benefits two incredible causes.
Yeah.
It's the Food Bank of the Rockies and the Boulder County AIDS Project. And we've been working with the Boulder County AIDS Project for a number of years. And I believe that in conjunction with our listeners, we've raised more than $2 million just for that particular cause, and then the money is coming in for the Food Bank of the Rockies as well. So when you purchase these CDs, again, for only $15 for two Boffo, dynamite, phenomenal CDs, you're going to be benefiting two phenomenal organizations in the Denver Boulder area.
You could be selling pillows at 3 in the morning on television.
You know, that's really my dream, Jim.
I'm sure it is.
You've unveiled my dream.
Let me ask you, because, you know, I see the names on the greatest hits CD, if you will.
Yes.
Doobie Brothers,
sure.
Elvis Costello. Yes. You said that when you have to go back to these great artists and say, do you mind if we reuse a song? For the most part, they're like, absolutely.
Right. I think that they're mostly delighted to be involved in a charitable project like this. And musicians love to get their gospel spread, their message spread. And this is another way to do so. Let's face it, this is an era where a lot of CDs aren't sold. However, we sell about 30,000 of these CDs every year, which is way more than hardly anyone sells in terms of compact discs anymore. So there's something about it. People who get in line every year at these select Whole Foods Market locations, and they just can't wait to get their hands on these CDs because they've been collecting them for the entirety of the 30 years.
Yeah, and it's great to put them on. I've got most, if not all, and to go back to the first few years and put them on and listen, just really some great performances. Finally, Brett, you know, even though people might think with your job, you got to love all kinds of music.
I do.
Still, you have your favorites. What are your favorite 2 or 3 that stand out on
Sure. I mean, Nathaniel Rateliff and the Night Sweats from Denver are having a phenomenal run. They have a great performance on this disc. There's this couple, Jim, they're called Flora Cash. They met on the internet, on SoundCloud, and they got married overseas, and they have a performance on the disc. I was there for that particular session. And then on the greatest hits disc, Willie Nelson. Is there a greater legend living in America? Also Elvis Costello, one of my favorites, who's going to be here the Sunday after Thanksgiving, by the way, at the Fillmore. I just thought I would throw that in.
Yeah, well done. He'll appreciate it.
These are just 4 of almost 3 dozen incredible performances from KBCO Studio C.
Brett Saunders, always a treat to see you,
Thank you, Jim. It's great to see you, my friend.
Thanks to KBCO for the wonderful music. You just keep it coming year after year.
Appreciate it.
All right, Lauren Whitney up next with her forecast.